Happy day! Welcome to our ATC video today. At ang topic po natin ngayon ay annual financial statements. Required ba tayo or hindi magpasa ng annual financial statements? Okay? Yung annual financial statements po, yun ay one of the required attachments sa ating annual IDR. So, malapit na po yung deadline natin, April 15, 2019, covering the calendar year 2018. Ang tanong na lang, required ba tayong i-attach yung ating financial statements annual sa ating annual IDR? It depends. The answer po is, it depends. Kung 40% optional standard deduction po ang pinili nyo, 40% OSD for the whole year, calendar year 2018, hindi po tayo required mag-attach ng financial statement sa annual IDR. So, hindi po natin yon i-attach. Kapag 8% IDR naman po ang pinili natin, starting 2018 po, meron tayong 8% income tax rate because of our train law, hindi rin po tayo required mag-attach ng financial statements sa annual IDR. Okay? Pero kung allowable itemized deductions yung pinili nyo, required po tayo mag-attach ng annual financial statements sa ating annual IDR. However, as of the date of this shooting ng ating ATC video, March 17 po, 2019, wala pa pong annual IDR sa mga itemized deductions, pati rin po yung mga mixed income earners. Wait muna tayo until April 14, 2019. Joke lang yun. Makilabas ng BIR mga 3rd or 4th week ng ating March 2019. Okay? So, anong legal basis, sir? Anong legal basis na kapag 40% OSD ako, wala na akong ipapasang annual financial statement as required attachment sa aking annual IDR. Makikita po natin yan sa RR16. RR16 2008. Sinabi po sa RR16 2008 na yan. Tignan ko lang muna po. Yan, RR16 2008. Yan, an individual taxpayer. Itong pinag-uusapan po natin na kapag nag-opt tayo ng 40% OSD, ay applicable lang po sa individual taxpayer na hindi sila required magpasa ng annual financial statement to be attached sa annual IDR. An individual taxpayer who is entitled to and claim the OSD or optional standard deduction shall not, pag sinabi pong shall sa batas, ang ibig sabihin po nun mandatory. Whether we like it or not, whether the revenue officers, RDO, like it or not, hindi tayo required ipapasa yung annual financial statement to be accompanied sa annual IDR. Shall not be required to submit with his tax return such financial statements otherwise required under the code. So, we are talking of individual taxpayers only here, na kapag nag-40% OSD ka or 8% ITR, hindi ka na required magpasa ng financial statement na i-attach natin sa annual ITR. However, provided that except when the commissioner otherwise permits, the said individual shall keep such records pertaining to his gross sales or gross receipts. In the case of a corporation, however, said corporation is still required to submit its financial statement when it files its annual IDR and to keep such records pertaining to its gross income as herein defined. So kapag corporation po tayo, dalawang method of deduction po ang available sa corporation under regular tax rate 30%, 40% OSD at allowable itemized deduction. Hindi po applicable ang 8% ITR sa corporation. Applicable lang po yung 8% ITR sa mga individual taxpayers if they are qualified to avail the 8% income tax rate. Okay? So kung 40% OSD po ang pinili natin and we are individual taxpayer, self-employed individuals and or professionals, we are not required to submit annual financial statements to be accompanied in our annual IDR. Okay? Ganun din po sa 8% income tax rate natin. Kung kayo po ay nag-avail ng 8% income tax rate, anong legal basis, sir? Makikita nyo po yan sa RMO 23-2018. Basahin ko po sa inyo. Ang importance po kung bakit po namin sinasabi sa inyo o tinuturo sa inyo yung legal basis, kasi sometimes po, iba't ibang RDO, iba't iba ng application ng batas. Okay? Iisang batas lang po ang nagpapasa sa ating government. Yun ay yung ating legislative body at pinipirmahan ng executive branch through our president. At ang ginagawa po ng Commissioner of Internal Revenue, the highest ranked person inside the BIR, is to interpret under Section 4 ng ating tax code kung ano ibig sabihin ng provisions ng tax code na pinasa ng ating legislative body, ng ating government. Kasi vague yun, section lang yun. So, i-interpret ng ating commissioner yun. Maglalabas siya ng mga revenue regulation, revenue memorandum order, revenue memorandum circular, and other revenue issuance para sa interpretation and application ng ating tax code. At yun ay applicable sa lahat ng RDO sa buong Pilipinas. Ang problema lang, iba't ibang RDO, iba't iba ng application. So, very important na malaman mo yung legal basis para kapag pinapasa ka pa rin ng annual financial statements, even if 8% ITR ang pinili mo or 40% OSD ang pinili mo, meron ka sa kanilang isa-cite na batas. Batas po ito. Interpretation po ito ng ating commissioner doon sa provision ng ating tax code. At wala silang palag dito kasi only the commissioner can interpret our tax code subject to approval of Department of Finance Secretary under po yung Section 4 ng ating 1997 tax code as amended. Recently amended by our trained law. Okay? Sabi po ng RMO 23/2018, yan. Self-employed individual who is qualified and availed of the 8% income tax rate option is required to file annual ITR. Financial statement is not required to be attached. Yun po ang ating legal basis. Okay? Yun ang kukunin nating provision. Kaya kami in our company, hindi kami nagtatanong sa RTO. Hindi sa nagmamalaki kami o nagyayabang kami. Hinahanap namin yung legal basis. Kapag nag-answer din kami ng mga inquiries, legal basis ang ating basihan. Hindi yung kung ano sinabi ng RDO or revenue officer or officer of the day. Kung ano yung nasa legal basis na updated, yun po ang ating basihan para sa resolution ng problem natin pagdating sa Philippine Tax Compliance. Okay? Pero kapag allowable itemized deduction po tayo, required po tayo mag-file ng annual financial statement to be attached sa ating annual ITR. Ang tanong ngayon po, ano yung composition ng annual financial statements na ipapasa nyo? Yung iba kasi nagpapasa lang isang papel. Isang papel lang, kunyari ito coupon bond. Isang papel. Tapos, ang laman lang, balance sheet, tsaka income statement. Mali po yun, kulang po yun. Mape-penalty po tayo doon. Required ka mag-file, mag-submit, mag-attach ng annual financial statement sa annual ITR mo, pero kulang o hindi ka nagpasa, good luck kasi meron tayong compromise penalty depending on gross sales or gross receipts amounting to 1,000 pesos hanggang 50,000 pesos. Kaya mag-aral po tayo, imbes na maging penalty yung ating kinita, pinaghirapan, mag-aral po tayo para makapag-comply tayo. Okay? RR 7 2007, yung legal basis po natin para sa composition ng ating annual financial statements, annual, hindi monthly, hindi quarterly. Annual po. Sinabi po ng RR 7 2007, Section 2, Coverage. The financial statements shall be composed of the following. Number 1, balance sheet. Number 2, income statement or profit and loss statement. Number 3, statement of changes in equity. Number 4, statement of cash flow. Number 5, notes comprising a summary of significant accounting policies and other explanatory notes. And number 6, schedules attached to the aforementioned statements. Yung schedule na sinasabi po, yun yung breakdown. Breakdown po yun ng mga composition na nilagay natin sa balance sheet, income statement, statement of changes in equity, blah, 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 blah. Pero pwede naman isama yung statement and schedules attached to the aforementioned statements sa notes sa financial statements na pwede pagsamahin. So, bali 5. Bali 5 po yung ating composition ng financial statements. Hindi 2, hindi 1, kundi 5. Balance sheet, income statement, statement of changes in equity, statement of cash flows, and notes to financial statements. Okay? Kung kayo ay required magbasa ng annual financial statements. Again, sa mga corporation na taxpayer, whether you opt 40% OST or allowable itemized deduction, required po tayo magbasa ng annual financial statement to be attached in our annual ITR. Okay? Yun lamang po. And our annual financial statement is required lang ipa-audit yung ating books of accounts na may independent certificate ng auditor na magpapa-audit tayo sa independent CPA. Required lang po yan kapag ang ating gross sales, annual gross sales starting 2018 because of our trade law ay lumagpas ng 3 million pesos. So, titignan nyo po yung ating income statement kung yung sales nyo ba, gross sales or gross receipts without deduction of any expenses ay lumagpas annually ng 3 million pesos o hindi. If lumagpas, kailangan po natin yan ipa-audit sa CPA na magbibigay po yun ng auditor certificate at one of the required attachment din yun sa ating annual ITR. Kapag hindi naman po lumagpas sa 3 million annual gross sales, gross receipts, and you are required to submit the annual financial statements in our annual ITR, yan ay hindi audited. So, financial statements lang ipapasa mo. Okay? To be attached in our annual ITR if you are individual taxpayer and allowable itemized deduction yung pinili nyo. Okay? Take note lang po, technique natin dyan, ang tanong muna, bakit ka pinagpapasa ng financial statements to be accompanied in your annual ITR ng Bureau of Internal Revenue? Answer, gagamitin kasi ng BIR as evidence against us in the event of na-audit na tayo. So, be careful po na yung ilalagay mo sa financial statements mo na amount, example, sales, ay consistent doon sa income tax return and other tax returns na pinapasa mo sa BIR. Otherwise, pwede mag-trigger ng further investigation yon through audit ng BIR. So, gagamitin evidence against us, not in favor of us. Okay? Kaya pinagpapasa tayo. And sa mga hindi po marunong gumawa ng financial statements na kailangan siyang ipasa sa BIR kasi allowable itemized deduction kayo or corporation kayo or even if exempted kayo kung 40% OSD kayo or 8% ITR kayo, meron na po kaming RWB book, Real World Bookkeeping Book, na mag-guide po sa inyo sa paggawa ng financial statements. Okay? Meron na po kaming format dito at ang gagawin po natin, annual trial balance na lang. Basta meron kayong annual trial balance, copy-paste na lang po sa ating format ng financial statements natin. Okay? Meron na po kaming format ng income statement, may format po kami ng balance sheet, statement of changes in equity, at magka-practice po tayo dito, gagawa tayo mismo ng financial statement, pagka-practice natin yung RWB book natin. Para pagdating sa real world, sa business nyo, alam nyo na yung gagawin nyo. Okay? And besides po, kapag audited yung ating books of accounts, audited yung ating financial statements na ipapasa sa BIR, whether aid ka or corporation, under our RR7 2007, required po i-present yung ating financial statement in comparative format. In comparative format means 2018 may 2017. Current year, pati yung previous year. In comparative format, ang presentation niya sa lahat ng financial statement composition na ipapasa mo. Meaning, kailangan mo yung previous year mo na results of operation and other composition of financial statements applicable only if your financial statements have been audited by the independent CPA. Okay? Kasi lumagpas ka sa 3 million annual sales or gross receipts. Okay? Papakita ko sa inyo yung format natin. Yan, yan. May format po tayo. Makikita nyo po. Dito. Yan. Yan. May format po tayo ng ating financial statements, income statement, copy-paste na lang po tayo. Ituturo po namin sa inyo to. Again, even if you are not required to submit the financial statements, kasi ang financial statements po, meron din pang BIR, meron din pang management, ang ibig sabihin, ginagamit ng management yan para malaman kung kumikita ba yung ating business o hindi. Kaya I strongly recommend if you have business and even if you are not required to submit annual financial statements, mag-aral po tayo kung paano gumawa ng financial statements para na ma-monitor natin kung kumikita ba yung business natin or hindi. Otherwise, we cannot decide kung mag-branch out ba tayo o hindi because we cannot branch out our company if puro tayo losses. Okay? Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. Tuturuan po namin kayo dito ng annual financial statement, monthly and quarterly. Okay? The investment fee for this is 4,999 only. Applicable na po ito sa future years nyo kasi hindi naman nagbabago yung financial statements. Otherwise, unless babaguhin ng ating Commissioner of Internal Revenue, tuturuan din po namin kayo kung paano gumawa ng Statement of Management Responsibility, one of the required attachments sa ating annual ITR. Kasama din po dito yan. Okay? Pag-uusapan din natin yung compilation services na piniprescribe ng Board of Accountancy, the government regulatory body ng accountancy profession here in the Philippines. Okay? Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat sa pakikinig nyo. Kita-kits po tayo sa other ATC video natin. Again, if you are interested or willing to learn, we do not need college degree, we do not need high school diploma, we do not need elementary diploma. What we required here is willingness to learn. If you are willing to learn, maiintindihan nyo po yung tuturo namin at layman's term po ang ating turuan. Again, copy-paste na po tayo dito. Pero before we copy-paste, ituturo po namin sa inyo yung basic natin, foundation. Okay? Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. This is 4,999 only. If you are our previous participant in our seminar, may 500 pesos point discount. And before we end our video today, we would like to give you a beautiful educational quote. Change your thoughts now and you will change your life. Let's apply that in our Philippine tax compliance. In our Philippine tax compliance, mostly yung mga nag-negosyo, in my own opinion, ang kanilang mindset sa pagbabayad ng buwis ay burden. So nahihirapan silang magbayad ng tamang buwis kasi that's our hard-earned money. We understand that because na-experience din namin yan. Okay? Gumising ka na maaga, natulog ka madaling araw, kumita ka, may buwis kang babayaran, pero nanghihinayang kang ibayad sa BIR. Number 1, hard-earned money mo yun. Number 2, mapupunta sa corrupt, yung excuse ng iba. And number 3, i-audit ka rin naman eh. Ba't ka pa magbabayad ng tamang buwis? Tama, yun ang excuses ng iba. Pero there are always two sides of a coin. It's up to us which side do we want to see. And we prepare to see the positive side. Isipin nyo na lang po, yung pagbabayad ng buwis ay parang blood donation. Walang pumigil sa iyo, walang tumutok ng baril sa ulo mo para mag-donate ka ng dugo, walang nanakot sa'yo, walang nagdemanda sa'yo, kusang loob natin binigay yon. And when we donated our blood, masaya tayo, proud tayo, fulfilled tayo, kasi alam natin meron tayong matutulungang ibang tao at the end of the day. Ganoon na lang din po yung ating mindset pagdating sa pagbubuwis, pagbabayad ng ating taxes, kasi whether we like it or not, we have to pay our taxes at the end of the day. Change our mindset now and you will change your life. It's up to you po. Okay? If you think burden, you will get burden results then. If you think nakatulong tayo sa ibang tao kasi nagbayad tayo ng tamang buwis, you will get someday, somewhere, meron din bumabalik na tulong sa atin. Tsaka proud tayo. Okay? And sa mga hindi pa po nakapag-like ng ating Facebook page, please like our Facebook page, Accounting Tutorial Center. Kung meron po kayong karagdagang katanungan regarding our topic today, or even if other topics, please send us a message na lang po sa ating Facebook page at sasagot po kami. Even if you are not our students. Okay? To the extent of our knowledge, may hangganan po yung kaalaman namin na pwedeng ituro sa inyo. And our Real World Bookkeeping Facebook group, please join our Facebook group. Meron po tayong mga helpful files dyan na pwede nyo gamitin at i-download po. Download nyo po anytime. Even if you are not our students, pwede po kayo mag-join dyan. Our YouTube channel, Accounting Tutorial Center, please subscribe now in our YouTube channel at watch and learn po sa mga ating pre-ATC videos. Okay? Kung gusto nyo po matuto paano mag-fill out ng iba't ibang tax return o kung paano gumawa ng financial statements, meron po kami mga RWB books na may pre-ATC videos na pwede nyo pong pag-aralan anytime, anywhere. Okay? Hindi na po tayo magtuturo na by classroom basis. Online na po tayo. Kaya kung gusto niyo pong pag-aralan kung paano gumawa ng financial statements, pwede po namin ituro sa inyo. And we will ship this book, RWB book, free of charge. Then, i-access niyo yung ating online ATC video para matutunan nyo kung paano gumawa ng tax return, iba't ibang tax return, financial statements, books of accounts po. Tuturo po namin sa inyo. Kaya ang binabayaran nyo po sa amin ay kapag nag-avail po ng libro, ang tawag po namin doon investment fee, hindi po registration fee. Because education is an investment, not expense. Okay? In our Vimeo channel, please subscribe or follow us on our Vimeo kung gusto nyo ng Vimeo kasi parehas lang naman yung ating videos sa YouTube at Vimeo. Okay? And online na po tayo, hindi na po kami nagka-conduct ng seminar sa iba't ibang lugar. Pero we decided mag-offer ng RWB Outreach. Kita-kits po tayo sa RWB Outreach natin. Free of charge po natin yon, 4 hours only. Tuturo namin sa inyo iba't ibang violations in dealing with the BIR para may maiwasan natin. Okay? And sa mga gusto pong matuto, gumawa ng kanilang iba't ibang tax returns, meron po kaming RWB book, How to File and Pay Your Tax Returns. Dalawa po ito, isang set to, isang lecture, isang practice set. Tutulungan po namin kayo matuto. Hindi po kami accounting firm tumatanggap ng tax compliance work, but we are education company para ituro sa inyo to. Papadala po namin sa inyo free of charge within the Philippines, and you will learn now online kung paano siya pinipil-upan. Learning by doing. Hindi nyo lang babasahin yung libro natin. Ibibigay namin sa inyo yung free ATC videos na kasama sa ating RWB book para matutunan nyo po kung paano gamitin yung ating RWB book. Matutunan nyo gumawa ng financial statement, tax returns, bookkeeping. Okay? Bookkeeping din po, if you want to learn more how to record your transactions in books of accounts, message nyo na po kami sa Facebook page natin at bibigay po namin sa inyo yung details. 4,999 po investment fee sa ating bookkeeping, pati po sa ating tax compliance. Cheap investment fee, kumpara sa ignorance natin na hindi natin alam, magiging penalty in the future. And that is continuous. Plus sakit ng ulo, agony, sleepless nights, anxiety, and other mental illness. Mag-aaral po tayo because if you are running your business, even if you want to build your dream business, ang technique mag-aaral ka muna ng Philippine Tax Compliance kasi whether we like it or not, we have to deal with the BIR. Okay? At the end of the day. So mag-aaral po tayo para hindi na naloloko ng ibang tao at nakakapag-comply tayo ng tama. Okay? At our train law, kung gusto niyo pong matuto kung ano mas maganda, 8% ba, 40% ba, or allowable item as deduction, ito pong available natin sa individual taxpayers, tuturo po namin sa inyo yan, tax planning natin yan. Para kung saan kayo mas makakasave muna kapag nagsimula ka ng business, tuturo po rin po namin sa inyo yan. And remember, hindi natin kailangan ng kakilala sa loob ng BIR in terms of CAPIT. What we need is education. Be educated and you will be empowered. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. At magkita-kita po tayo sa next other ATC videos natin. And if you want to learn more nga po, you can invest in our books. And this is free RWB support, free ATC videos, free shipping, hanggang sa matutunan nyo po yung dapat nyong matutunan. Para hindi tayo aanga-anga, syusyunga-syunga pagdating sa Philippine Tax Compliance. Kung aanga-anga po tayo, mahirap na po yun kasi marami pong taong manloloko sa labas ng ating business establishment. Tandaan nyo po yan. Siguro kayo na-experience nyo na, naintindihan nyo sinasabi ko, na-experience po yun ng mga participants natin in our previous seminars. And kami rin po mismo, yung aming company, naloko na kami. Pero hindi naman sa tax compliance. Yung construction ng aming improvements ng building, naloko kami ng contractor namin. Pero lessons learned, move on, fast is fast. Okay? Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. If you have further questions nga po regarding our topic or other topics, please send us a message on our Facebook page po at sasagutin po namin kayo. Okay? And this is your RWB speaker, Mr. Mark Lorden Bumagat. Kita-kits po tayo sa other ATC videos natin online. Maraming salamat po sa makikinig natin pag-aaral ngayon. Be educated, be empowered. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye!